For our last story today, let's turn our attention to Zimbabwe. Not the African nation of Zimbabwe. I'm talking about Zimbabwe. Do you know what it is? Have you ever heard of an upper decky lip pillow? Okay, let me ask you an easier question. Do you know what Zin is? Z-Y-N. If these words sound like a made-up language to you, do not feel bad. Most adults do not know what Zin is, but Gen Z do, which is alarming on so many levels because Zin is a brand of nicotine pouches. Think tobacco dips minus the tobacco, but all of the nicotine. There is about 12 milligrams of nicotine per pouch. 15 such pouches cost about $4. Each pouch is a tiny sack the size of a gum. It comes in all kinds of fun flavors: bubblegum, blueberry, lime. It has to be nestled between the lip and the gum. The nicotine slowly leaks out of the paper. Accessing and using these pouches is easy, and this poses a difficult problem. According to the World Health Organization, nicotine pouches are a major health concern. They contain exceptionally high levels of nicotine, which is an addictive chemical. They can affect nervous and cardiac systems, damage DNA, even lead to cancer. But Zinfluencers couldn't care less. They're influencers, and they have one goal: to promote nicotine pouches like Zin on social media, and their target audience is the youth, especially children. These influencers have made nicotine pouches trendy by promoting them as an effective tool to quit vaping. Some are shipping pouches directly to customers or giving user discounts on their profiles, and children are lapping these up. The market for nicotine pouches doubled between 2020 and 2021. In 1 year, the market has doubled in Croatia, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Slovakia, and the United Kingdom. In the UK, 1 in 25 people have tried a nicotine pouch. The biggest user group here is 18 to 24-year-olds. In America, about 16% of the same age group have tried these pouches, and about 2% of middle school students use them every month. The sales have skyrocketed in America as well. Now, Zin is the crown jewel of a multi-billion-dollar tobacco company. 105 million tins of Zin were sold in America just in the third quarter last year, earning $9 billion in revenue. By mid-January this year, the sales were up 87%. Nicotine pouches are all the rage in Australia as well. Children are carrying them to school, and they're slowly gaining popularity in Japan and India. At this point, nicotine pouches are not just products, they are a subculture, a language among the young. Hashtags like Amazin, Zinful, Zinladen garner hundreds of millions of views. They're brewing culture wars. They have riled up politicians. They have become the latest success story of influencers. You see, influencers are not your traditional pitch people. Think of them as the coolest kids on the block. They gain millions of followers thanks to their personality, not so much their experience, expertise, or credibility. And they promote all kinds of things, from skincare to crypto to diets and vapes. Sometimes they're paid to make baseless claims, and they don't mind being deceitful in their approach. Like in this video, where a grown influencer portrays as a sixth grader talking about the need for nicotine pouch before participating in a spelling bee. Young people are susceptible to this kind of promotion. The result is sometimes slightly amusing, like children running around Sephora aisles, trying new skincare products. But in most cases, it can be dangerous. We see this with vapes. They're now a growing epidemic among children, and it is no shock that adults rarely know about such trends because social media algorithms are too efficient for their own good. They serve problematic influencers on a digital platter, but only to children. Meanwhile, adults see content on gardening and vacuum cleaners. Influencers and social media algorithms are a potent combination, possibly the most powerful tool of advertising ever invented. And like most things on social media, influencers are still vastly unregulated. They're not held accountable. As we lose an entire generation in the tragic vortex of social media, because to governments, social media is still a monster they cannot control. Now, if only there was an influencer to teach them how.